Well, we are moving on to the Scrum theory section of the Scrum Guide. We finished the Scrum definition and we are moving on. So let's see what undergirds Scrum, right? What is it founded upon? What makes Scrum really work? And so let's dive in. So Scrum is founded on empiricism and lean thinking. In empiricism, it asserts that knowledge comes from experience and making decisions based on what is observed. Lean thinking, it reduces waste and focuses on the essentials. So let's look at this empiricism thing, and to do that, we are going to do a illustration. So I'm going to draw a few pillars here, and they are going to uphold this triangle or roof, and this is Scrum. So there are 3 pillars of empiricism, and they all enable Scrum to really work. And what are those? One is transparency. Transparency helps in observing. Things need to be transparent so that we can really observe things, right? And Scrum does that through making things transparent, through the artifacts, right? The product backlog is transparent on the ordering of the upcoming work. The sprint backlog is a transparent board of the work that developers are currently working on, right? Et cetera, et cetera. Everything in Scrum is about helping make things transparent so that we can truly observe, and then we can inspect those things. So it brings data, it brings visualization, makes those things transparent so that we can really analyze those, that we can really inspect them, and finally so that we can adapt. Adaptation. I guess this is inspection, right? And then adaptation, right? We are about making decisions so that we can make better and better decisions, right? So everything in Scrum, I repeat, everything in Scrum, and I can't say this loud enough, right? That everything in Scrum is about transparency, and so that we can inspect and so that we can adapt. A Scrum Master wants to ensure that they help make things transparent so that the team can inspect their work or their process and then adapt, right? The increment at the sprint review is transparent. The definition of done is a transparent list of, hey, this is the quality of this work, and so that the team and its stakeholders can inspect it and then adapt maybe their product backlog, or maybe the team didn't get it right, and so they can adapt for the next sprint, right? So everything, the accountabilities, the artifacts, the commitments, the events, especially the events, really enable transparency so that the team can inspect and adapt their work. And real quickly, lean thinking, it reduces waste and it focuses on the essentials, right? So we want to focus on the essentials. So imagine I'm like chipping away. This is lean thinking, making these pillars more lean, they're less fat, and we're not focusing on what we don't need to focus on, but we are focusing on what is essential, right? We want to have metrics that are the essential metrics, right? We don't want too many metrics that really just increase more complexity, but we want accurate and agile metrics that really help us inspect our work and make better decisions by adapting. And same with reporting or anything, any aspect, or too many meetings, right? We want to be lean. We want to reduce waste and focus on the essentials so that in our focusing, things are transparent so that we can inspect it and that we can adapt. So this is Scrum theory, right? We want things to be transparent so that we can inspect and adapt, right? This is Scrum. All the events, everything in Scrum is so that we can have transparency so that we can inspect and adapt. I can't say that enough, and I hope you guys even just watch this video again and just think, okay, everything in Scrum is about transparency, inspection, and adaptation, and read through the Scrum Guide, right? And think, okay, how does this enable transparency? How does this enable inspection? And how does this enable adaptation? And you'll be able to see, okay, how this foundation of transparency, inspection, and adaptation is related to each event and accountability and artifact and commitment. And so That is the theory of Scrum, empiricism, and lean thinking. I hope that helps you guys, and looking forward to our next video. Thanks.